You were not born to wait for permission. Let me say that again because somebody needs to hear this today. You were not born to wait for permission from anybody to become who you already are. The greatest tragedy I have witnessed in my years on this earth is not people who failed. No. The greatest tragedy is people who never tried because they were waiting for someone to believe in them, waiting for someone to open a door, waiting for conditions to be perfect, waiting for approval. And while they waited, they died. Not physically, but something worse. They died inside while their body kept walking around. Listen to me carefully. The moment you were born, you arrived with everything you needed already inside you. You didn't come empty. You didn't come broken. You didn't come incomplete. You came loaded with gifts, loaded with talent, loaded with purpose, loaded with potential. But somewhere along the journey, somebody lied to you. They told you that you needed them to succeed. They told you that without their help, their connections, their approval, their resources, you would amount to nothing. And you believed it. You believed the lie. And that lie became your prison. I want to tell you something that might hurt at first, but it will heal you later. Nobody is coming to save you. Read that again. Nobody is coming to save you. Not your parents, not your friends, not your pastor, not the government, not some miracle from the sky. The help you are waiting for is trapped inside the person you are refusing to become. You keep looking outside when everything you need is already within. You are waiting for a rescue when you were designed to be the rescuer. You are waiting for a hero when you were born to be one. Do you know why most people fail in life? It's not because they lack talent. It's not because they lack opportunity. It's because they have made other people their source. They have built their entire life on someone else's promise. And when that person disappoints them, and trust me, they will, because people are human, and humans disappoint, their whole world collapses. Your problem is not that people let you down. Your problem is that you put people where only your purpose should be. Let me tell you about a lion. A lion does not ask permission to be king. A lion does not wait for other animals to crown him. A lion does not need validation from the jungle. The lion wakes up and he is king. Why? Because that is what he was created to be. His authority does not come from outside. It comes from within. It is in his DNA. It is in his design. Now imagine if that lion spent his whole life waiting for a monkey to tell him he was powerful. Imagine if he waited for a rabbit to give him courage. He would die a slave in his own kingdom. And that is exactly what you are doing. You are a lion begging for permission from rabbits. The manufacturer knows the product better than anyone else. If you buy a car and it breaks down, you don't take it to a carpenter. You take it back to the manufacturer because the one who made it knows how it works. You were manufactured by the creator of the universe. You were designed with intention. You were wired with purpose. And that creator put an instruction manual inside of you. It's called instinct. It's called intuition. It's called inner knowing. But you have ignored it because you were too busy listening to people who don't even know their own purpose, trying to tell you yours. Dependency is a disease, and it is killing millions of people who have the potential to be great. When you depend on others, you give them power over your destiny. You make them God. And when they fail you, you blame them for your failure. But let me ask you this. Who told you to put your future in their hands? Who told you to make them responsible for your happiness? Who told you to wait for them to move before you move? You did. You chose dependency. And now you are angry at them for something you created. I am not saying you don't need people. We all need people. Community is important. Relationships are important. But there is a difference between needing people and being addicted to people. There is a difference between collaboration and desperation. There is a difference between teamwork and begging. When you know who you are, you attract help. When you don't know who you are, you chase help. And what you chase runs away from you. Stop chasing people. Stop chasing opportunities. Stop chasing validation. Start becoming, when you become who you were created to be, everything you need will chase you. The Bible says, seek first the kingdom and everything else will be added. It didn't say beg for everything else. It didn't say manipulate for everything else. It said seek the kingdom. Seek your purpose. Seek your identity. Seek your assignment. And when you find it, everything you need will find you. You want to know why you are struggling? Because you are living someone else's life. You are chasing someone else's dream. You are trying to be someone else's version of success. And in that process, you have abandoned yourself. You have rejected your own gift because it didn't look like theirs. You have buried your own treasure because someone told you it wasn't valuable. And now you are broke, not just financially, but spiritually and emotionally, because you are living a counterfeit life. Let me tell you something about a seed. A seed does not need permission to grow. You can plant it in the worst soil. You can ignore it. You can forget about it. But if there is even a little bit of water and sunlight, that seed will break through the ground. Why? Because growth is not optional for a seed. It is mandatory. It is in the seed's nature to become a tree. It doesn't ask the soil if it's ready. It doesn't ask the rain for approval. It just grows. That is what you need to do. Stop asking for permission. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Just grow. But you know what most people do? They bury their seed and complain that nothing is growing. They keep their gift hidden and wonder why they have no harvest. They lock their potential in fear and blame the world for their poverty. You cannot harvest what you do not plant. You cannot multiply what you do not release. You cannot succeed at something you never start. The reason you keep failing is not because you tried and it didn't work. It's because you didn't try at all. You have been sitting on the sidelines of your own life, waiting for someone to put you in the game. But this is not a spectator sport. This is your life. You are not the audience. You are the main character. And the script is in your hands. Stop waiting for a director. Start directing. I meet people every day who are angry at the world, angry at their parents for not giving them a better start, angry at their boss for not promoting them, angry at their spouse for not supporting them, angry at God for not blessing them. But nobody wants to look in the mirror. Nobody wants to take responsibility. It is always someone else's fault. And as long as it is someone else's fault, it is someone else's power. You will never change what you refuse to confront. Let me be very clear with you. Your parents did the best they could with what they had. Stop blaming them. Your boss is not responsible for your dream. Stop expecting them to care more about your future than you do. Your friends are dealing with their own issues. Stop waiting for them to fix you, and God has already given you everything you need. Stop asking him to do what he has empowered you to do. The problem is not God. The problem is you. You want a miracle, but you won't move. You want a breakthrough, but you won't break out. You want change, but you won't change. Here is a hard truth. You are exactly where you chose to be, not where circumstances put you, not where people left you, where you chose to be, because every day you make a choice. You choose to stay or to leave. You choose to try or to quit. You choose to believe or to doubt. You choose to rise or to sleep. And those daily choices have brought you to this moment. So if you don't like where you are, stop blaming the past and start choosing differently today. Some of you are bitter because someone didn't help you. Let me tell you something. That person did you a favor. They forced you to help yourself. They forced you to dig deeper. They forced you to find strength you didn't know you had. Stop being angry at the closed door and start being grateful that it forced you to find another way. Some of the best things that ever happened to me were rejections. Some of my greatest breakthroughs came from my biggest disappointments because they pushed me out of my comfort zone and into my destiny. You see, comfortable people don't change. Comfortable people don't grow. Comfortable people don't discover what they are made of. It is pressure that reveals character. It is pain that produces strength. It is struggle that separates the serious from the casual. So when life gets hard, don't run from it. Run into it. Because that hardship is not trying to kill you, it is trying to build you. I want you to understand something. Everything you need is already inside you. You have been looking for confidence. It's already there. You have been looking for courage. It's already there. You have been looking for wisdom. It's already there. You have been looking for strength. It's already there. But it will never come out as long as you keep depending on others to activate it for you. You are waiting for someone to believe in you before you believe in yourself. That is backwards. You have to believe in yourself first. And when you do, others will have no choice but to believe in you too. Do you know what self-reliance means? It doesn't mean you do everything alone. It doesn't mean you reject help. It doesn't mean you become arrogant or isolated. Self-reliance means you take full responsibility for own your life. It means you own your decisions. It means you stop making excuses. It means you stop playing the victim. It means you realize that no matter what happened to you, you still have a choice in what happens next. I have seen people with every advantage fail, and I have seen people with no advantage succeed. The difference was not resources. The difference was mindset. One group believed they needed everything to be perfect before they started. The other group believed they could create perfect out of imperfect. One group waited for help. The other group became the help. One group made excuses. The other group made progress. Let me tell you a secret that successful people know. You don't need everything to start. You just need something. You don't need the full picture. You just need the next step. You don't need everyone's approval. You just need your own commitment. You don't need perfect conditions. You just need unshakable faith. Stop waiting for everything to line up. It never will. Start with what you have. Start where you are. Start now. The enemy of great is not bad. The enemy of great is good. Good is comfortable. Good is safe. Good is acceptable. And most people settle for good because they are afraid to risk it for great. They are afraid to step out, afraid to stand alone, afraid to be criticized, afraid to fail. So they stay in good and they die with their music still inside them. Don't let that be you. Don't die with your gifts still wrapped. Don't go to the grave with your potential untapped. The world needs what you have, but you have to be brave enough to give it. Some of you think you are not ready. Let me tell you something. You will never feel ready. Readiness is a myth. It is an excuse dressed up as wisdom. If you wait until you feel ready, you will wait forever. You become ready by doing, not by waiting. You build confidence by taking action, not by overthinking. You develop skill by practicing, not by planning. Stop preparing to get ready to start thinking about planning. Just start. And when you start, you will fail. Let me promise you that. You will make mistakes. You will fall down. You will look foolish. You will be criticized. You will doubt yourself. And that is okay. Because failure is not the enemy of success. Failure is the teacher of success. Every person you admire failed more than you have even tried. The difference is they didn't stop. They didn't quit. They didn't let failure define them. They let it refine them. You know what your problem is? You think you are supposed to get it right the first time. Where did you get that idea? Life is not a test. Life is a classroom. You are not supposed to know everything. You are supposed to learn everything. You are not supposed to be perfect. You are supposed to be growing. Stop putting so much pressure on yourself to be flawless and give yourself permission to be human. But here is the key. Learn from your mistakes. Don't repeat them. Don't make the same error twice and call it bad luck. That is not bad luck. That is bad choices. Wisdom is learning from your failures. Foolishness is repeating them. Every mistake carries a lesson. Extract the lesson and move forward. Don't camp at your failure. Visit it, learn from it, and leave it. Now let me talk to those of you who are waiting for someone to discover you, waiting for your big break, waiting for someone to notice your talent. Stop waiting. Discover yourself. Break yourself out. Notice your own gift and do something with it. The world is not sitting around waiting to find you. You have to present yourself. You have to promote yourself. You have to push yourself into your destiny. Nobody's going to knock on your door and beg you to be great. You have to knock down the door of opportunity yourself. I know some of you are thinking, but that sounds prideful. That sounds arrogant. No, it's not pride. Pride is thinking you are better than others. Confidence is knowing your worth. Pride is putting others down. Confidence is lifting yourself up. Pride is faking it. Confidence is owning it. Stop confusing humility with hiding. Humility is not denying your gift. Humility is using your gift to serve others. If you have a light, don't hide it under a basket. Put it on a stand so everyone can see. Let me tell you why people stay dependent on others. It is easier. It requires no risk. If you depend on others and things go wrong, you can blame them. But if you depend on yourself and things go wrong, you have to face yourself. And most people are terrified of that. They are terrified of taking responsibility. They are terrified of being accountable. They are terrified of facing their own weakness, so they hide behind other people. But you cannot hide forever. At some point, life will force you to face yourself. And when that moment comes, you will wish you had started sooner. You will wish you had built yourself up sooner. You will wish you had believed in yourself sooner. Don't wait for that moment. Start today. Start now. Stop depending on people who were never meant to carry you. Stand on your own 2 feet. You are stronger than you think. Here is what I have learned. People will support you when you are already moving. Nobody supports a parked car. When you start moving, when you start making progress, when you start producing results, people will come alongside you, but they will not push you from a standstill. You have to generate your own momentum. You have to create your own energy. You have to ignite your own fire. And once that fire starts burning, others will bring wood to keep it going. But you have to light the match. Some of you are surrounded by people who are comfortable with you being average. They don't want you to grow because your growth exposes their stagnation. They don't want you to succeed because your success reveals their excuses. They don't want you to change because your change forces them to look at themselves, and that is uncomfortable. So they will discourage you, they will mock you, they will tell you it's impossible, they will remind you of your past, they will plant doubt in your mind, and if you are not careful, you will let them talk you out of your destiny. You have to make a decision. Are you going to live for the applause of others or the applause of your own conscience? Are you going to make decisions based on what people think or what your purpose requires? Are you going to shrink so others feel comfortable or grow so you fulfill your potential? You cannot have both. You will either outgrow some people or you will shrink to keep them. Choose growth. And when you choose growth, some people will leave. Let them. Not everyone is meant to go where you are going. Some people are in your life for a season, not a lifetime. And when their season is over, release them. Don't beg them to stay. Don't chase them. Don't try to convince them of your worth. If they don't see your value, that is their loss, not yours. Keep moving. Your destiny is more important than their approval. You need to understand that you are not a beggar. You are not a victim. You are not helpless. You are powerful. You are creative. You are capable. You are resilient. You are a solution carrier. You are a world changer. But none of that will matter if you don't believe it yourself. You can have all the potential in the world, but if you don't activate it, it dies with you. Potential is worthless without action. Talent is meaningless without discipline. Dreams are useless without work. So what are you going to do? Are you going to keep waiting for someone to save you? Or are you going to save yourself? Are you going to keep making excuses? Or are you going to make progress? Are you going to keep blaming others? Or are you going to take responsibility? The choice is yours. But understand this. Your future is not in someone else's hands. It is in yours. And if you don't take control of it, someone else will. And They will use it for their benefit, not yours. Let me tell you what happens when you depend on yourself. You become free. Free from disappointment. Free from resentment. Free from bitterness. Because you are no longer waiting for anyone to do what you can do yourself. You become confident, not arrogant, but confident, because confidence comes from competence, and competence comes from doing. The more you do, the more you prove to yourself that you can. And the more you prove you can, the more you believe you will. When you depend on yourself, you also become attracted to the right people. The right people are not attracted to neediness. They are attracted to strength. They are not attracted to dependence. They are attracted to independence. They are not attracted to victims. They are attracted to victors. When you carry yourself like you don't need anyone, the right people will want to be part of your journey. Not because you need them, but because they see something in you worth investing in. And here's the beautiful part. When you stop needing people, you start appreciating them. When you stop using people, you start loving them. When you stop depending on people, you start enjoying them. Because the relationship is no longer about what they can do for you. It is about what you can build together. That is a healthy relationship. Mutual respect, mutual benefit, mutual growth. But it can only happen when both people are whole. You cannot build something healthy with broken people who are using each other to survive. I want to speak to your spirit right now. There is something inside you that is greater than anything outside you. There is a calling on your life that is bigger than your fear. There is a purpose assigned to you that is stronger than your pain. But you will never walk in it as long as you are leaning on people who were never meant to carry you. You have to stand up. You have to let go. You have to trust yourself. You have to trust the one who made you. And yes, you will be afraid. Fear is normal, but courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is moving forward in spite of fear. Courage is doing it afraid. Courage is believing in yourself when nobody else does. Courage is betting on yourself when the odds are against you. Courage is taking the first step when you cannot see the whole staircase. That is courage, and you have it inside you. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. Stop waiting for the right time. The right time is today. Stop waiting for ideal conditions. Conditions will never be ideal. Start messy. Start scared. Start small. But start, because the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and you will never finish what you never start. I am going to tell you something that changed my life. Your significance is not in being needed. Your significance is in being purposeful. For years, I thought I had to make myself indispensable to people so they would keep me around. I thought I had to be useful to be valuable. And I exhausted myself trying to prove my worth. But one day I realized something. My worth is not determined by how much people need me. My worth is determined by who created me. And he doesn't make junk. He doesn't make mistakes. He doesn't make accidents. Everything he makes has purpose, including you. So stop trying to prove yourself to people who are not even paying attention. Stop bending over backwards for people who would not take one step forward for you. Stop giving your energy to people who drain you. Stop sacrificing your dream for people who don't even believe in it. Redirect that energy. Redirect that time. Redirect that passion into building yourself, into becoming better, into developing your gift, into pursuing your purpose. That is where your focus belongs. And when you do that, something amazing will happen. You will start attracting people who are for you, not people who tolerate you, not people who use you, but people who genuinely celebrate you, people who add value to your life, people who push you toward your purpose, people who believe in you even when you doubt yourself. Those are your people, but you will never meet them as long as you are holding on to the wrong ones. Let me close with this. Life is too short to live it in fear. Life is too precious to waste it waiting. Life is too valuable to spend it begging for scraps when you were created for a feast. You were not born to survive. You were born to thrive. You were not born to fit in. You were born to stand out. You were not born to follow. You were born to lead. But none of that will happen if you keep depending on people who cannot even depend on themselves. Depend on yourself. Believe in yourself. Invest in yourself. Fight for yourself. Build yourself. Love yourself. Because at the end of the day, you are all you have. And that is not a sad statement. That is a powerful statement. Because when you realize that you are enough, everything changes. When you realize that you don't need anyone's permission to be great, you become unstoppable. When you realize that the power is already within you, you stop looking outside for what was inside all along. So today, I challenge you, stop waiting, stop depending, stop making excuses. Start moving, start believing, start building. Your life is waiting for you. Your purpose is calling you. Your destiny is depending on you, not on others, on you. So rise up, stand up, show up, and become who you were always meant to be. Because the world is not waiting for a perfect you. The world is waiting for a committed you, a determined you, a courageous you, a you who refuses to quit, a you who refuses to settle, a you who depends on the strength within, not the approval without. Now go and don't look back. But before you go, I need you to understand something that most people miss. Depending on yourself is not just about being strong. It is about being honest. Honest with yourself about who you really are. Honest about what you really want. Honest about what you are really capable of. Because the biggest lies we believe are not the ones others tell us. They are the ones we tell ourselves. We tell ourselves we are not good enough. We tell ourselves we need more time. We tell ourselves we are too young or too old or too broken or too late. And those lies become our reality because we believe them. But what if you stop lying to yourself today? What if you stop pretending you are weak when you are strong? What if you stop acting like you don't know what to do when deep down you know exactly what to do? What if you stopped hiding behind excuses and faced the truth? The truth is you are afraid, and that is okay. But you cannot let fear make your decisions. You cannot let fear write your story. You cannot let fear steal your future. I have met people who had everything they needed to succeed, the talent, the opportunity, the resources, but they failed anyway. You know why? Because they were afraid to own their power. They were afraid of what people would say if they succeeded. They were afraid of the responsibility that comes with greatness. They were afraid of standing out. So they sabotaged themselves. They stayed small on purpose. They played it safe, and they called it humility. But it was not humility. It was fear disguised as wisdom. Real humility is using your gift to serve others. Real humility is acknowledging that you were created for something greater than yourself. Real humility is saying yes to your purpose even when it scares you. But false humility is hiding your gift so you don't make others uncomfortable. False humility is playing small so others feel big. False humility is rejecting your calling because you think you are not worthy. That is not humility. That is pride. Because you are making it about you instead of about the people who need what you carry. Let me tell you what depending on yourself really means. It means you stop outsourcing your decisions. Stop asking everyone what they think you should do. Stop taking polls on your purpose. Stop letting other people's opinions become your roadmap. Yes, seek counsel. Yes, get advice. But at the end of the day, you have to make your own decisions. You have to trust your own discernment. You have to follow your own path. Because nobody knows your assignment like you do. Nobody hears your calling like you do. Nobody feels your burden like you do. And here is something else. When you depend on yourself, you stop comparing. Comparison is the thief of joy. It is also the thief of progress. When you are busy watching what someone else is doing, you are not doing what you are supposed to be doing. When you are busy wishing you had their gift, you are neglecting your own. When you are busy trying to copy their success, you are abandoning your own strategy. Stay in your lane. Run your race. Build your dream. Your journey is not supposed to look like anyone else's. And that is the beauty of it. You were not created to be a copy. You were created to be an original. And originals are always misunderstood at first. They are always criticized. They are always questioned because they do not fit the mold. They break the mold, and that makes people uncomfortable. But don't let their discomfort stop you. Don't let their confusion silence you. Don't let their rejection define you. Keep going. Keep building. Keep becoming. Because one day, what they criticize will be what they celebrate. One day, what they rejected will be what they request. One day, what they mocked will be what they model. So here's my final word to you. You have everything you need right now to start. Not to finish, but to start. And starting is the hardest part. Once you start, momentum will carry you. Once you start, clarity will come. Once you start, help will show up. But you have to take the first step. You have to make the first move. You have to light the first match. Nobody can do that for you, and nobody should. Because this is your life. This is your moment. This is your time. Stop depending on others to give you what you already have. Stop waiting for permission to be who you already are. Stop looking for validation from people who don't even validate themselves. You are enough. You have enough. You know enough. Now do something with it. Now go. And don't look back.